Welcome, welcome, welcome to Story Time with me, Miss Sheila. I hope you're having a wonderful and beautiful day. Today's story is called Just Like Grandma. Oh, maybe this little one wants to be just like her grandma. Let's find out. On the steps of a house at the end of the street, Becca watches Grandma's bead buckskin moccasins. More than anything, Becca wants to be just like Grandma. Let me try, Becca says, and Grandma's hands through thick thread and a thin needle. Together they bead until the sun dips below the tree line, and Grandpa calls them in for corn soup. Mmm. Out the window of a house at the end of the street, Becca watches, and Grandma dances barefoot near the garden, spinning round and round and round like the most beautiful butterfly Becca's ever seen. More than anything, Becca wants to be just like Grandma. She flitters out the back door and stands near the garden barefoot too. Let me try, let me try. Grandma shows Becca some dance moves in the cool grass. Together they flutter like the most beautiful butterflies Grandpa has ever seen until the sun dips below the tree line and he calls them in for fried chicken. Inside Grandma's studio, Becca watches Grandma paint and paint a colorful sunrise. More than anything, Becca wants to be just like Grandma. Becca sits down next to Grandma and her pretty palette. Let me try. Grandma shows her brush strokes on the texture canvas. Together they paint the most spectacular sunrise anyone has ever painted until the sun dips below the tree line and Grandpa calls them in for pancakes for dinner. As the weekend powwow At the weekend powwow, Becca watches Grandma dance fancy shawl with many other dancers who are half her age, and she wins the grand prize. Nice. When it's time for tribal, Becca says, "Let me try." Together, she and Grandma dance until the sun dips below the powwow arbor, and Grandpa calls them over for beans and fried bread. Inside a house at the end of the street, Grandma looks out the window and watches Becca all alone with her ball. Grandma sprints outside and stands next to Becca. Let me try, she says. And Becca shows her the plays she's been practicing for basketball tryouts. Oh, I love the twist in that, don't you? More than anything, Grandma wants to be just like Becca. Together they shoot hoops until the sun dips below the tree line, and Grandpa calls them in for tuki tuk to kick and white bread. At the school gym, Grandma and Grandpa wait and wait in the hallway during Becca's tryouts so they don't make her nervous. Becca dribbles, she shoots, she scores, she makes the team, hooray! And do you see where her grandparents are? There they are watching her, peeking their heads through. Together they high five until the sun dips behind the gym, and Grandpa takes them out for pepperoni pizza. They all laugh and eat and celebrate Becca's win. Nice. On the steps of a house at the end of the street, Becca knows that she is just like Grandma, beating, dancing, painting, winning. Isn't that beautiful? Playing, eating, celebrating, spending time with her and Grandpa too, together. And Grandma knows that she is just like Becca. And then here's a little note from the author, and it says, do you have a role model? Someone who inspires you to be more like them? Maybe your role model is a parent, a teacher, aunt or uncle, neighbor or grandparent or an elder. Role models show us what's possible for ourselves. Like Becca's grandma showed her it was possible to bead and dance and paint. Or maybe you are a role model to a sibling, a cousin, or a friend. You might even be a role model to a grown up, like Becca is inspiring her grandma to play basketball. Elders can be loving, influential people in our lives. They are often caretakers, showing us how to nourish each other like Grandpa does for this family. Whether you have elders in your day to day life or only through books like this one, I hope they inspire you in wonderful ways. Is that not special? Wow. I hope you enjoyed this story and I hope you just see the beauty that's in this world and in the loved ones that are around you. Until next time, keep shining your bright light. Bye for now.